30-lap feature in the Pro Late Models. Take a look at the field. Joseph Grandy on the front row with Grow to his outside. Mason Hayne in the 89, Randy Shreves to his outside. Brandon Dittmer, Randall Dixon in row number 3. Terry Landis, Bob DeGood in row number 4. Jeff Barker, Mike Weeda make up row number 5. Patrick Boyce and Steven Bixler make up row number 6. Armando Magusa and Andy Patton in row number 7. Scott Ryle in the 4 car. We'll start at the tail end of the field. There we go. Looks like we're live now on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Supposed to be Adam with you tonight. Had a big storm back in Pennsylvania. Joseph Grandy in the 5 car. We got 25 laps. Believe we're at Lincoln. Grandy starting on the pole in the limited late models. They should get the green flag next time by. 15 cars in the field. Grandy looking for the green flag. Green flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. We're underway. Lap 1 of 25. Grandy's going to dive down low. We saw Garreau work the high side in the 75 in his heat race. Grandy able to get a good jump off the bottom. Battle between Mason Hine maybe, and Randy Shreves in the 89 and 56. Brandon Dittmer in the 83 car trying to come on the high side. Randall Dixon down low. We're 2x2 after 6th place or so. Mike Weeda in that 66 car. Terry Landis with an issue. The Yoo-Hoo ride on the inside, the 161. Now he's inside of Mr. Bob DeGood. That's a battle for 7th and 8th. 41 car gets in kind of hot. Up front, Grandy with a comfortable lead. Garreau goes down to the bottom in the FTM 75 ride. Mason Hine in the 89 on the outside. He's going to try to cross over. Hine's going to try to get down to the bottom. Not about a slide job. Not enough room with Trevor Garreau on his outside. Brandy's got to love seeing this in his rearview mirror. Hine and Garreau are going at it, and we're 3 wide behind them with Randy Shreves, Dittmer, and Dixon. Lap 6 of 25 underway. Looks like the 83 car, that is Dittmer, got into the outside wall as the caution comes out. It's like Andy Patton may be involved. Let's take a peek at the 87 car. In the back of the field. Back there with Scotty Ryome. Like the 75 goes around. I don't see the 87 here. There it is. Terry Landis goes around with the Marine Machine, the 513, and Landis get into an incident. That collects the back end of the field. Up front, Grandy didn't want to see that caution come out. Had a sizable lead over the field. Garreau, Hine, Dittmer, and Shreves were battling it out. I don't think Grandy wants to be a part of that action. Was 3 wide at one time in front of the field, putting on a heck of a show. Lights are off on the pace car. To pit road he goes. Jeff Barker, shout out to the 513 in the 513 Marine Machine. Ex-Marine, sir, thank you for your service. As Grandy gets a great jump on the field. Garreau is going to go down low. You got Dittmer on the high side. Those two are going to drag race down the back strip. Garreau down low. Dittmer on the high side still. They come off about even. Dittmer with the advantage. Garreau goes up and falls in line behind Dittmer. Fine. Now Randy Shreves on the bottom. Bob the Good getting a little bit loose at the exit of 4. Randall Dixon in the 0-11. Mike Weeda. Currently in 7th, up 3 positions. Scotty Ryome, the FTM 4 ride, up 7 positions from the start. Grandy has not looked back. Dittmer, let's go on board. See what Brandon Dittmer is looking at. That is your leader in front of you. We're on board with the 83, currently running in 2nd position. On lap 11 of 25, you can see the track is pretty wore out. Dittmer into the outside fence. As those two start to pull away from the field a little bit, Trevor Garreau Dittmer's going to go down low, take a peek underneath that 518. 83 car, both cars on the high side. Dittmer's hitting that outside wall every time. Garreau in tow. Mason Hain back there. We're 3 wide. That's Weeda, Shreves, the 0-11 of Randall Dixon. Scotty Ryome now coming up in the mix in that number 4 machine. As this group has pulled away from the field, 2x2, Shreves and Dixon side by side. Dittmer killing the outside wall in 1 and 2. As Garreau puts the pressure on, can the 75 go up there and get by that 83? Once again, man, he is pounding the outside wall. If Garreau can get up there and take advantage, a little bit tough. You can see the middle of that track is just beat to death. Slick as slick could be. As the caution comes out, it's like Mike Weeda involved. '66 just gets into the fence. I got to tell you, man, Lincoln Speedway seems to be an absolute handful. See Weeda on the high side, right below you in 3 and 4. That fence just jets out right there. That's not the only car that's been hitting that fence pretty hard. Yeah, that damaged the back of the 66. Can't keep it straight. So Weeda will probably go in for his quick repair. Joseph Grandy still at the front of the field. Started on pole, led every lap so far on lap 17 of 25. Got the 360 sprint cars coming up next. That's going to be a treat if the limited late models are into the fence that hard. A little bit more fizz in a 360. Grandy next time by, looking for the green flag, coming into 3 and 4. Grandy, green flag's out, we're underway. Lap 18 of 25. Grandy on the point. Dittmer in P2. Garreau in P3. Mason Hine in the 89. He is the first car on the outside of a podium so far. Randy Shreves trying to make something happen on the bottom in the 56 ride. Randall Dixon, Bob DeGood in the 7 is battling. Scotty Ryome in the 4. On the high side, Andy Patton back in the fight, as is the 513. Two military veterans. 87 car is Air Force retired. 513 is Marine. As caution comes back out once again, it looks like Mason Hine was involved. Oh, Dittmer finally, the outside wall bit the 83. No place for Gros to go, so that'll shuffle the field a bit. "20 laps down. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in on the Coast to Coast Racing Network and Got Your Six Racing Network. So it looks like we have Randy, Gros, and Shreves are your current podium drivers. Randall Dixon is the first car on the outside looking in. Bob DeGood having a good ride tonight in that 7 up to P5. Pace car should exit, and it does, leaving the field to that 518 of Joseph Grandy. Scotty Ryome up 9 positions from his start in the 4 machine. Green flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. We're back underway. Lap 21 of 25. Grandy on the high side. Everybody following suit. Randy Shreves, the first car to drop out of line into 56, third place. Trying to get up there and battle your top 2. Looks like he lost a little bit of progress trying to run the bottom. Still on the high side. Grandy, Gros, Shreves. Shreves all over that fence. Randall Dixon in the 011 ride. Next time around, 1 to go. Joseph Grandy started on the pole, led every lap so far. Does Gros have anything for the 518? White flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. 1 lap to go. Will Gros have anything in 3 and 4? Can he get a run? Grandy to block on the bottom of 3 and 4. Coming off of turn 4, it will be Grandy, Gros, and Shreves, your top 3. Randall Dixon and Scotty Ryome moved up 10 positions from his start in the 4 machine. We'll get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. Again, apologize for the late entry. I had some computer issues back in, I think Adam is from New York or Pennsylvania. Can't remember. Apparently we got some bad weather back that way. We'll get a word with your top 3. We'll get a word with that 56 car, Randy Shreves, as soon as he comes up. Great race put on by the Pro Late Models. Got 360 sprint cars coming up next. And then the midgets after that at Lernerville. See Trevor Garreau up in the booth. There's Randy Shreves. 56 car starts on the outside of row number 2, moves up one position. Randy's Joe, you got me?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Man, great run, and I think it has been forever since I heard this familiar voice.
Yeah, it's been a while, Joe. Definitely glad to hear your voice, and definitely glad to see you back. And yeah, I've seen you in a few of the races, man, but just ain't really been around too much.
Yeah, man. So I was going to actually race tonight, but Adam had some issues, so I jumped on to broadcast. 56 car was pretty sporty, man. It looks like I'm not a fan of Lincoln, I don't think. Man, that wall was something else tonight.
Yeah, it was. Saw it eat Brandon up there, and took Mason out there, and yeah, it was tough luck for them guys. But I mean, I kind of benefited from it. I mean, it definitely would have been a good race if they had still been in it. But yeah, that wall was definitely treacherous, and I was definitely trying to stay off that thing.
Yeah, man. So with, I don't know, 3 to go, 2 to go, you drop down low, and it looked like almost it dropped a parachute out of the back of the car. Couldn't get anything working on the bottom side.
Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, I felt a lot more comfortable there just because I knew I wasn't gonna smoke the wall. But yeah, definitely wasn't enough to get up there. And still definitely glad to pull off a podium no matter what.
Oh, heck yeah, man. So up one position from your start. We got 360s coming up next. I hope to see you there. Are we going to see you in the 360?
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure that I'm a little better in those than I am these, but we'll see. Got some good competition, so
Yeah, man. Who do you want to thank on the 56 ride for a podium finish?
I definitely want to thank you, Joe, for stepping up for the broadcast, man. Definitely much appreciated. Coast to Coast for everything they do. My son Dylan Shreves for painting my cars. My son Jaden Shreves. My buddy Mike McCoy. My buddy Jeff Spann and his wife. And everybody, A&J Custom Creations, can't forget them, and everybody for watching.
Yeah, man. You don't know how comforting it is to hear your voice again, man.
I
Great run.
appreciate it, Joe.
Yeah, man. We'll see you in the 360s.
Uh-huh.
The 75 car of Trevor Garreau. Am I getting that right, Trevor?
It's Giroux.
Giroux. I messed it up
Yep.
the whole broadcast, my brother. I apologize.
That's okay. You're not the first. You won't be the last.
Well, I promise you, I won't get it wrong again if I broadcast a race you're in. So the 75 looked pretty stout, man. Everyone was banging the daylights out of that wall coming out of 4. Did it slow the cars down, do you think?
uh, yeah, I think so. Honestly, like I don't know. You just there was so little grip up there. Like you had to be so close to the wall on the outside to really keep the momentum, especially in these limiteds. Like they're so momentum based. So it was getting thin up there. So guys were just chasing the track higher and higher, and it just got really thin up there. So coming out of 2 and coming out of 4, that wall, man, it came out and bit you real good, and it was definitely slowing us down. But I don't know, the cars seemed to handle it all right. I mean, yeah, I think Grandy did a really good job. He was able to make it work, and then poor Dittmer, man, he was so fast and just made a mistake. But yeah, it's the name of the game in these cars. I think, especially at Lincoln, it's definitely top dominant. But man, it's fun.
Yeah, Dittmer pounded the wall. I mean, lap after lap after lap. So we were looking at it on the overhead of Lincoln, and it looks like I think it's the exit of turn 4 actually comes out towards the track a little bit. Man, that was something else, something to watch. So was the low line an option? it seemed like everybody who went down low, just talking to Randy Shreves, almost like they dropped the parachute out of the back of their car. It looks like the low line was just dead. Was it? Did you ever think about trying to go down low and get by Grandy?
No, not really. I mean, in these cars, when there's just so little power in these limiteds, you just gotta go where like you can be on the gas the most. So it's usually the top where you can just shoot that momentum off the corner. And I mean, when if there's a little more grip in the track, the bottom probably would have been there. But it's just yeah, it's just that momentum thing. I think probably what was it? Maybe 17 laps in, we had that restart, and I think Joseph took the top on the restart, and I was on the inside starting second, and kind of thought about shooting it low there, but just kind of rolled it through the middle, and even then it was just too slick and just car bogged a little too much. But either way, man, it was a fun race, even if it was, one lane. I see Scotty there, my teammate. He did some passing tonight, so it couldn't have been too bad. But overall, yeah, I mean, props to Grandy and shout out to Brandon too, man. He had a hell of a fast car and just made a mistake. I hate to see it, but overall, good night.
Yeah, man. So the track was just, it looked burnt up. I got logged on a little bit late. Track was wore out, probably at the beginning of the feature, I think. But
Yeah.
great, great run in that 75, man. Who do you want to thank on that ride for a podium finish?
All the guys at FTM, first and foremost. Scotty for being in here with me. Good run for Scotty for starting deep. Shout out to Big Tim Race Wraps for this beautiful car. Arson Trackside, Sam Maconda Setups, Expert Installation, Castleberry Flagstone, Swan Speed Shop. Yeah, I'm forgetting people like I always do, but everyone on this car that makes this stuff possible. Shout out my wife. You for doing the broadcast, Joe. It's gonna be cool to go and watch this. You definitely do a great job. So looking forward to going back and watching it. And yeah, thank you. Thanks everyone at C2C. And looking forward to action-packed Thursday Night Thunder tomorrow.
Yeah, man. You going to run the 360s here coming up?
No, I'm gonna be done for the night.
Okay, give me the last name one more time.
Giroux.
Giroux. I
Yeah,
won't
so it's,
forget
it's
it,
like
man.
it's like Drew, but you just add like a J in front of it, pretty much.
Got it,
Giroux.
Giroux. Easy
Yep.
enough. So you're done for the night until tomorrow.
Yeah, and then we got three classes running tomorrow, so it'll be a fun night.
Yeah, man. I'll see you in the first class, and I think that's it for me tomorrow night. So great run, man. Have a.
Hey,
I'll see you on the track tomorrow, my brother.
hell yeah, looking forward to it, brother. Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks.
Joseph Grandy in the 518 started on the pole, led every lap in the 518. Joseph, this is Joe. You got me.
Yeah, how you doing, Joe?
Man, you know what? I must be your good luck charm or something. This is what, the third week in a row I've talked to you, if not in victory lane, on the podium in the 518, man. Great ride tonight. How was the track? How were you keeping those guys behind you?
Well, Lincoln's Lincoln. It was actually a lot slicker than I thought it would get running these things. But you know, starting on the pole obviously helps. Trevor got into me and backed off. That helped quite a bit too, and I appreciate that. Didn't have to do it though, but I appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, with these things starting on the pole is almost everything.
Yeah, yeah, and especially as burnt up as the track was, man, it looked like people attempted to go down low and it just stalled. So you were definitely in the right line and you hit it every time. I got to tell you, everyone behind you was hitting the wall a hell of a lot harder than you were. And it caused Dittmer actually to crash out. They were pounding that outside wall. So way to keep the 518 under control, man. Another victory for you. Who do you want to thank on that ride for a drive to victory lane?
Raise the bar, all the guys over at RMDB, Catalytic Recovery, Inkle Homes, Mad Rabbit, Highline Cinematography, I appreciate my girlfriend Olivia for letting me enjoy my hobby almost every day. All the guys at Coast to Coast, and appreciate you, man, for doing the broadcast. Got to get you to broadcast more leagues so some of your luck spreads over.
Call me when the money's on the line. I'll see if I can't jump in and broadcast. You gonna run the 360s?
Yeah, I'll run the 360s, and then I'll be done for the night.
Awesome, man. We'll see you at 360 race.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, man. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There are the limited late models right here at Lincoln. We'll be back with the 360 sprint cars at Lincoln coming up.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. We brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
On this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. This hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources and opportunity right now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 360 Sprint Cars on Coast to Coast Racing Network, Coast to Coast Racing League Hometown Heroes. Brought to you by A&J Custom Creations. That's Andy Patton's gig, fellow Air Force veteran. As we're getting into qualifying, we'll follow the cars as they come out on the track. It is Wednesday night. Brandon Dittmer back out on track in the 83 car. Andy Patton in the 87, owner-operator of A&J Custom Creations. Mr. Bob DeGood in the 7 car, driver out of Kansas City, Missouri. Jeff Barker in the 513. 3 veterans in a row. Andy Patton, Bob DeGood, and Jeff Barker. Terry Landis in the 161. Yoo-Hoo Ride. Waiting for times to come in. It looks like it will be Dittmer. Must have hit the wall. No time on his first lap. Andy Patton to the top of the board. 1390. Jeff Barker, P2, 1418. I need new glasses. Pat Boyce moves up. Randy Shreves with a 1393. Good enough for second quick. Boyce, third quick, 1410. For the 41, Barker shuts it down. Andy Patton, 1386. Joseph Grandy in the 518. Now a name I haven't said in forever. The 99 car. That's Gavin Chatham at the top of the board with a 1358. That'll drop Grandy down with a 1381 to P2. Andy Patton, Terry Landis, and Randy Shreves are your top 5. Chatham comes out of the wherever he has been, haven't seen him in forever, comes out of nowhere and parks the 99 on the pole for heat number 1 with a 18 or 1356. Got to tell you, not a fan of Lincoln, man. This track wears super quick. Already looked like it's getting slick out there. We saw in the limited late models, track was, man, and those are low horsepower cars. And the track was about wore out. We'll have 2 heat races, and then we'll get into tonight's feature. Waiting for the field to grid. We're going to have Pat Boyce. They do invert the top 4 here. It's like we're going to have Pat Boyce on the pole with Randy Shreves in the 56 to his outside. Andy Patton on the inside of row number 2 with Gavin Chatham to his outside in the 99. Jeff Barker in the 513 and Brandon Dittmer in the 83 ride will round out your field. 6 cars. They invert the top 4, so fastest car who got your quick time, that's the 99 of Chatham. He'll start on the outside of row number 2 in that 99 machine. 6 laps to get it done. Lights are off on the pace truck. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get the 360 Sprint Cars AJ Custom Creations Hometown Heroes underway on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Pace car is off, leaving the field to that 41. Salty Dog ride. That is Pat Boyce. Salty Dog's the older gentleman in the Coast to Coast Racing League. Good to see him on the pole. Green flag's out, ladies and gentlemen. 6 laps to get it done. We are underway. Good run on the high side by Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves stays off the wall. He'll slow down Gavin Chatham's momentum. That'll give the 41 car a little bit of advantage. As Andy Patton in that 87, he's going to dig on the bottom side. Chatham on the, whoa, up into the fence goes the 99. That'll drop him to the back of the field. Pat Boyce running a line, kind of a slider line in that 41. Let's go on board with Pat and see what it looks like from the seat. He's coming out of 1 and 2. Try to tuck it down low in 3 and 4. Laps quick by pretty quick. Good run by the 41. Randy Shreves in P2. Dittmer up into the wall once again. Barker moves up 2 in the 513. Put Barker in 3rd. Chatham able to battle back. On lap 5 of 6, coming to 1 to go. Coming out of turn 4, Boyce, Shreves down low. It will be Boyce, Shreves, Chatham, and Barker. Oh, we still have 1 to go. My apologies. Boyce, still 2 more corners. Let's try it this time. Boyce, Chatham, Barker, and Shreves are your top 4. Heat 2 coming to the grid. Let's take a look at who's going to join us. Bob DeGood in the 7 car will start on the pole for heat number 2. He's got Steven Bixler to his outside in the 75. Terry Landis in the 161. We'll begin on the inside of row number 2 with Joseph Grandy to his outside in the 518. And Gavin Shaw, mission 22, proudly on board. And Joseph Grandy will roll off at the back of the field. No, Grandy will be outside row 2. It will be Bob DeGood that will take us to green. Lights are off on the pace truck, ladies and gentlemen. 6 laps. Gonna go by pretty quick here. You can see this Lincoln track starting to wear. Coming up next, I believe we have the Midgets. Bob DeGood looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. Lap 1 of 6 underway. Good start by DeGood. Steven Bixler is going to fall back a little bit in that 75. Gets up into the outside fence. Bob DeGood, man. Bob DeGood has been on a roll in just about everything that he runs. Terry Landis. Now Bixler's going to battle back into 75 on the bottom side. Bixler getting it done. Joseph Grandy flies by Bob DeGood in the 7. Put Grandy on the point. Terry Landis wants, a little bit of contact between DeGood and Landis. That'll send Terry Landis to the pits. Now Bixler and Bob DeGood are going to battle it out. We're on board with Steven Bixler in the 75, running a little bit lower. As you see Bob DeGood go by on the high side. Up front, Joseph Grandy checking out on the field. But his battle is right here between DeGood, Bixler, and Shaw. Oh, contact with 1 to go. It looks like Grandy will take the checkered flag. 2 more corners to navigate in that 518. It'll be Grandy. Now Shaw. Bixler will limp home. Bob DeGood will come home in a USAC ride. Ladies and gentlemen, we got warm up. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have your feature. We'll be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place our fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back. 360 Sprint Cars out on track, finishing up warm-ups. I'm not sure actually how long the feature is. Got about 30 seconds. It's like Gavin Chatham at the top of the board, and warm-ups, Grandy, Shreves, Patton, and DeGood are your top 5 of the 11 cars, or 10 cars, that have put in time in practice. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to go feature racing right here at 360 Sprint Cars on the Coast to Coast Racing Network at Lincoln Speedway. Track has been quite a bit of a challenge. As the cars will make their way to the grid. Joseph Grandy on the front row. He's got Pat Boyce on the pole with Joseph Grandy to his outside in the 518. Chatham in the 99 will be on the inside of row number 2 with Gavin Shaw to his outside. Jeff Barker in the 513 Marine Machine will start on the inside of row number 3 with Steven Bixler to his outside in the 75. Randy Shreves in the 56 and Bob the Good in the 7 make up row number 4. Brandon Dittmer and Terry Landis make up row number 5. And the owner and operator of A&J Custom Creations, the man himself, Andy Patton, in the 87, will roll off at the tail end of the field. 25 laps. If the limited late model race can be used as a sample, Wall's in for a beating. 360 sprint cars. '41 car, that's Pat Boyce, will roll off. Salty Dog, 41. Pace car is off, leaving the field to Boyce. All restarts are on green, so drivers will wait till the green flag comes out. Green flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway in lap number 1. Grandy on the high side, Boyce down low. Is Boyce going to slide up and block the momentum of Grandy? He didn't go to the extreme high side, but he blocked that momentum from the 518. Grandy on the high side. Gavin Chatham taking a peek down low on the fence in the 99, trying to look underneath Boyce in that 41 machine. Grandy with a good run off the high side. It will be Grandy at the line, followed by Boyce. Now Gavin Chatham trying to get by on the bottom in the 99. Good move by Chatham. The bottom has not been the place to be so far tonight. Can Chatham get it to work with a little more horsepower? Jeff Barker is up to P4. Randy Shreves has moved up 2. Dittmer has moved up 3. Looks like this 360 sprint car's taking a little different route around Lincoln. A little safer, I would think, on the bottom side. It's like these big tire cars are finding some traction down low. Grandy able to hold off Chatham's charge on the bottom as caution comes out. So, totally different perspective moving from the limited late models with almost no horsepower to the 360 sprint cars. These guys getting the bottom to work a little bit. Grandy, Chatham, Boyce, Barker, Shreves, Dittmer. That is your top 6. Evan Shaw is back there. Good looking 110 ride. Terry Landis into 161. Working lap 5 of 25. Coming up next, we'll have the midget race at Lernerville. So changing up the track for the midget race. We will be working lap 6. We're going to double it up. Chatham on the inside, Grandy on the outside. Your leader, Grandy, will take the high side for the restart. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back underway. Green flag is out. Grandy with a good jump on Gavin Chatham. Grandy working the top. Jeff Barker working the top. Dittmer is up there with Barker. As the 41 car of Boyce gets shuffled back a little bit running the bottom. We're going to go 3 wide. Contact. 41 car around. Like Boyce ran out of room. Had Barker to his high side in the 513. Just no room. Take a peek. That 41 car is down low in fourth. That's Barker to his high side in the 513. Boyce dives for the bottom. Jeff Barker running the middle lane. Coming off of turn 4. Looks like Boyce kind of comes up into Barker there. So no fault of the 513. Getting ready to go back green on lap 7 of 25. Pace car is off, leaving the field to Joseph Grandy. Grandy's going to start on the high side once again. Gavin Chatham with a great run on the bottom. Put the 99 at the point. Joseph Grandy is going to lose big on that restart. Chatham now gets to the high side in the 99, going low in 1 and 2, high in 3 and 4. Brandon Dittmer gets by on the low side. Into the fence on the bottom. Can Dittmer still get a drive off? Randy Shreves currently back in 4th position in the 56. Jeff Barker still digging on the bottom. The FTM 99 on the point. Dittmer and Grandy battling it out for P2. Up front, Gavin Chatham opens a big lead over Grandy and Dittmer as those two battle it out. Those two are going to go nose to tail. Randy Shreves in P4. Barker, Terry Landis in the 161, back in P6. Gavin Shaw still in the fight in the 210. Bob the Good, Andy Patton still on track. 41 of Boyce. And Steven Bixler still in the fight. Let's go on board with Chatham, see what's going on behind the wheel of the 99. Sliding it in. Good drive off. He is actually putting a gap between himself and Grandy. Grandy and Dittmer are going to battle it out for P2. Dittmer goes down to the bottom. Looks like Chatham has figured the bottom out. He is getting a good drive off of the corner. Dives down low in 1 and 2. Looks like that 99 car running high in 3 and 4 in the FTM. 99 machine. Grandy and Dittmer still battling it out. Dittmer dropping back a little bit. Dittmer's going to stay up high. Can't get that bottom to work. Chatham has really found something on the bottom of 1 and 2. He gets an exit right in that little bit of traction right there. Gets on the throttle late. Good jump off of the bottom. Chatham is really doing a good job running the bottom in 1 and 2. Grandy and Dittmer are going to battle it out for P2 on the high side as the caution comes out. Like it may have been Andy Patton involved. Take a look. That's the 7 car of the good. Oh, just gets into the fence on the bottom there. Around goes the 87. So Chatham didn't need to see the caution come out. Lap 20 of 25. Chatham, Grandy, Dittmer are your top 3. Randy Shreve's first car on the outside looking in at a podium. Dittmer up 6 positions from the start in that 83 machine. Look at that front tire on Grandy's ride. Little toe issue there on his right front. That can't be comfortable to drive. Field is behind Gavin Chatham, looking for the green flag. Coming through 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back underway. Chatham, Grandy, Dittmer. We saw that right front on Joseph Grandy's machine. Still trying to get it done, but he's got to be losing a ton of speed on the straightaway. Gavin Chatham still running high in 3 and 4, low in 1 and 2. Dittmer's going to go down, try to get by Grandy. Dittmer exiting just a quarter of a car width higher. It will be Dittmer at the line that time by no Bill Grandy. Gavin Chatham on a rail with 1 to go. 99 car in 1 and 2. Coming out of the exit of 2. 2 more corners to navigate for the FTM 99. Gavin Chatham coming off of 4. It'll be Chatham, Grandy, Dittmer, your top 3. We'll get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. '83 car able to bring it home. He was beating the daylights out of that fence on the exit of 4. We'll get a word with Dittmer here momentarily. There is the '83 car. Moves up 6 positions in the '83. Brandon's Joe, you got me?
Yeah, gotcha.
Man, good run in the '83. Moved up 6. That's obviously the most. What was the deal with the bottom, man?
Just going where Grandy wasn't really. It was hard. You get in there a little too hot. You're all the way through the slick in the middle of the corner, and you got absolutely no forward momentum after that. So if like on that last lap, diving into 1, I just overcooked it just a little bit, slid through the middle, and lost I think like half a second on him, which.
Yeah, Chatham was hitting that grip. He was running high in 1 and 2, or low in 1 and 2, high in 3 and 4. Man, he found a patch at the exit of 2 that was just, and you'll see it on the broadcast. He was about a quarter of a car width is all he was lower than you on exit, man. And that 99 car was launching, my brother. I thought you were going to pass Grandy. He had a toe issue on the right front of that car, and it looked like he was slowing you up. Did you notice that Grandy slowed down a little bit?
I hadn't really. I just thought maybe he was making a couple mistakes, which I was too. I was constantly hitting that inside wall in 1 and 2. But there was a couple times where I thought I could have cleared him coming down the backstretch, but I didn't want to chop his nose off and send him into the wall, so I just kind of stayed low and gave him that space. But no, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, you got it done. Put the 83 on the podium. Um, we were talking about the limited late models, man. I got to tell you, you tried and tried, but you can't push the fence out here. No matter how hard you hit it, that fence is not going to move out. You were trying to move that fence out, make the track a little wider, and it got you there in the end of the limited late models. But two great runs, man. The 83 was fast in both races. Who do you want to thank for a podium finish in the 360 sprint cars?
Oh, you for the broadcast, everybody behind the scenes for Coast to Coast, all the sponsors making this broadcast possible and sponsoring the league itself. Venom Racing, all the boys over there, everybody up front for all the great racing. JRB Designs for the great wraps. He does an amazing job. I think that's all I got.
All right, man. You going to run the midgets?
Doubtful. I'm gonna go get some food.
And I think you should run the midgets and skip the food for now. We're at Lernerville, man. Lernerville's fun. You need to be in the midget race.
I dislike Lernerville. That's my problem. But now I gotta go get food before I get set up for a chili bowl practice run tonight. So
right on, man. Good run in the 360 sprint cars. Congratulations on the podium finish.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, man. See ya. Joseph Grandy in the 518 parks it in podium position once again. Joe, you got me?
Yeah, what's going on, Joe?
Man, another good run. It looks like the opposite of the limited late models to where the bottom was, if you hit it right, the bottom was fast, man. Grandy or Chatham found something down there and he could launch off a 2. Did you ever think about trying to go down there?
No. We were pretty even there for a minute, but that when he took the lead from me there, I banged the wall pretty good and bent something to my right rear, so I had to enter the turns a little different, but I wanted some practice running the wall, so I wasn't getting off it no matter what.
Yeah, man, you watch the broadcast back, you'll see your right front was towed way out. So you were losing a little bit of speed in the straightaway. Not sure how you hit the front, right front, but you'll see that it was towed out big time on the right front.
Yeah, it's weird because I hit my right rear, not my right front, but hey, it's racing.
Yeah, it is indeed. Man, great run. 2 podiums for tonight. Are you going to run the midgets?
No, I'll retire after that.
Man, you got to run the midgets. Why doesn't anybody run the midgets? That's about the funnest car on iRacing.
I'm starving. I'm cooking dinner. I just started the grill. I'm about 3 hours behind on dinner.
All right, man. Great run. 2 podiums for the 518. Who do you want to thank on that ride?
Raise the Bar, all the guys over at RMDB, Hinkle Homes, Highline Cinematography, Mad Rabbit, the girlfriend Olivia, all the guys at Coast to Coast, and appreciate you, man, for filling in tonight.
Yeah, man. Have a good dinner.
Yep. Thanks. See you Friday.
See ya. Gavin Chatham in the 99 car showed these guys a way around Lincoln that we have not seen anybody else be able to get the exit off of 2. Gavin, this is Joe. You got me?
Hey, Joe. How's it going?
Man, I got to tell you. So I was just talking in the limited late model race. Randy Shreves parked the 56 on the podium. And I hadn't heard from Randy in I don't know how long, man. So it was very comforting to talk to Randy. And then I tune into the 360s, and here you are. Man, it is great to see you, and it's awesome to talk to you again. The 99 was fast, man.
Yeah, we had the thing rolling tonight. I feel like notoriously Lincoln has been definitely one of my. I've definitely struggled here, and definitely the last time we came here in Hometown Heroes, and then tonight we found something that works for us, and just getting comfortable and getting some laps here. And the track had a lot of character tonight, and it was nice to see multiple grooves of racing because the top was really good, and then the bottom was really good in 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 I was making it work as well in the bottom, but ultimately you wanted to be on the top in 3 and 4. But this is a fun little place to come to, and definitely feels good to just be solid and smooth the whole night, and minus a few hiccups here and there on my own doing in the heat race. I ended up getting the wall a little bit, but all in all, pretty smooth night, and it feels pretty good to be back in victory lane.
Yeah, man, I gave all your secrets away. I couldn't stop talking about your exit off of 2, high in 3 and 4. Man, you found something, and you were only about a quarter car width lower coming off of 2 than Dittmer went down there and gave it a try. But he could not hit that same line as the 99, man. You were a bullet off of turn 2 on the bottom. You found some grip down there, man. And I'm not surprised, right? That's Gavin Chatham. You'll find a place on the track that has some grip and the car goes fast, man. So a victory in Coast to Coast Racing League, 360 sprint cars. And I wasn't supposed to broadcast, but here I am. And man, I'm glad I came back to broadcast and got to chat with you.
No, Joe, it's always awesome to be able to talk to you. I always enjoy it, and yeah, no, I mean you gotta always be searching around on these, especially in these dirt tracks. Tracks constantly changing. Sometimes it changes faster than other times, but yeah, you always gotta be searching, and that quarter of a car width a lot of times could be the difference between finding a lot of speed and being up in that slick and just spinning the tires. But no, it was awesome. It's always awesome to come up and talk to you. Unfortunately, I haven't been racing as much, and especially been really focusing on the sprint cars lately, especially with the pro qualifiers coming up. I believe next week. So, been really putting a lot of focus in sprint cars and scaling back the other racing just to try to make sure that I actually have a shot to qualify this year. But no, like I said, it's always a pleasure, Joe, to talk to you. It's always good to hear your voice.
Yeah, man, pro qualifier. That's awesome, man. I wish you the best of luck in that for sure. Who do you want to thank on that 99 ride for a drive to victory lane?
First, I was thank you, Joe, for doing an awesome job with the broadcast. I want to thank Coast to Coast Racing, all the sponsors, admin, um, everybody that helps put this league on. A&J Custom Creations for taking over sponsoring Hometown Heroes. I just want to thank FTM Full Throttle Motorsports, Mike Schick Motorsports Design, Velocity Race Design, Northeast Outlaw Motorsports, Chatham Motorsports, Swan Speed Shop, Super Dirt Car Series. I just want to thank all the sponsors, all the support we get. I just want to thank the fans for coming out and watching these races. I hope we put on a good show for you all week in and week out. And I also just want to thank my fans for taking the time to watch the races.
Yeah, man. Great run. Good luck in the pro qualifier.
Thanks, Joe. We're gonna need it. My goal has always been to qualify for one. So and unfortunately we came short last year. So you come back and you learn and you apply that and you come back and you try to be better. So we're gonna go out and do it and give it a shot. And still my goal is to go out there and at least qualify for one of them, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, man. I'll trade in from a broadcaster. I'll just become a fan and I'll be watching.
I appreciate it, man. We could use all the support.
Yeah, all right, man. Have a good night.
You too, Joe. Thanks.
Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there are the 360 sprint cars, hometown heroes. Gavin Chatham driving it home. You saw him work the bottom like no one else could in the 99, parks it in victory lane. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the Midgets at Lernerville. We'll be right back. checkered flag. He wins.
Back victories for Sam Bachman as he takes the win at the Port Royal Speedway.
Wins another one at the Knoxville Raceway. Blake Chapman wins.
A corner down here through the front straightaway. Watson gets the win here tonight.
Chad Greggs, a Knoxville Nationals champion. But to the checkered flag, Blake Christopherson, your winner at Lernerville. Here they come off for turn number 4. To the checkers, Templeton takes the win.
Through the back stretch into corners 3 and 4 out here. It's going to be Watson for the win.
The 56 wins. First time winner, Randy Streets.
But your winner at Weed Sports is going to be Brandon Templeton in the Salty Dog.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. Happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home. I'm making my way.
Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit different here. We got Midgets at Lernerville, my favorite car on the sim to drive. On the track, getting it done. Brandon Templeton, your current points leader at the top of the board. In the number 31 machine, driver out of Corning, Iowa. Just happens to be my teammate. Midgets are about as fun as you can have, in my opinion, on the sim. And to watch in real life, matter of fact, the Hangtown 100 in Placerville, California. And last time we went, we saw Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson run the Midgets out on the dirt in Peeville. I think Kyle Larson is actually coming back this year, November, I don't know, 15th, next week sometime. Randy Shrees out on track in the 56. Terry Landis in the 161 is back with us. Steven Bixler in the 75. 513 Marine Machine is back with us. That's Jeff Barker. Jack Hitt in the 217 Hooters ride. Waiting for times to come in. It will be Shreves at the top of the board with a 1569. Jack Hitt, P2, 1584. Terry Landis puts it on the point, 1552 for the 161. Now Steven Bixler in the 75 with a 1556. Good enough for second quick currently. Jack Hit. Jeff Barker, top of the board, 15-18 as he goes for a tumble. Jack Hit P2, 15-38 in the 217. Terry Landis in the 161. Bixler in the 75. Looks like Bob the Good just coming out on track in the 7 machine. Brandon Templeton will not qualify, I don't think. 31 car must have got into the wall or something. Bob the Good will get 1 lap in. I don't think he'll have enough time to get back around. Put the 7 car at the tail end of the field as time expires. We're going to have 1 heat race, 6 laps. Then we will have a 25-lap feature. It will be Steven Bixler starting on the pole in the 75 car as soon as I get the right camera. With Terry Landis to his outside into 161, it's not the Yoo-Hoo car, so that kind of threw me off, but Terry Landis will be out on the outside of row number 1. Jeff Barker and Jack Hit will be in row number 2. Randy Shreves. If I can pick the right dang camera. And Brandon Templeton will be in row number 3. Bob the Good will start at the tail end of the field. Waiting for somebody to grid, and I'm not sure who it... Oh, they're all there. If you're out there and you're watching and you've never been to a midget race, you gotta go. It's about as good as it gets. It will be Steven Bixler in the 75. 6 laps to get it done. Pace car will exit next time by. Bixler, Landis, Hit, and Barker. Pace car does exit the speedway. Restart on green. Steven Bixler looking for that green flag. Green flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. 6 laps at Lernerville in the Midgets. Bixler's going to stay down low. Good run on the high side by Landis. Now Jack Hit in the Hooters ride. Going to go up and get into the action. Barker and Landis make a little bit of contact. Templeton on the binders had to slow up for the 56. Jack Hit is going to run the bottom. Bixler is going to run the middle with Shreves. Templeton's going to battle it out with Barker. Jack Hit getting a good exit off of 4. Randy Shreves in the 56. Brandon Templeton moves up to P4. Jeff Barker, Terry Landis, Bob the Good back in the 7 car. Lap 5 and 6. Jack Hit getting it done in the 217. White flag is out. 1 to go. Jack Hit, Shreves, Templeton, the Good moves up. Not sure what happened to the rest of the field. In fact, Jack Hit has 2 more corners to navigate in that 217. Coming off of 4, it'll be Hit, Shreves, Templeton, the Good. There's Terry Landis, Jeff Barker in the 513 Marine Machine. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have your feature race as soon as we wrap up this heat. Welcome back. We're getting ready to go feature racing midgets at Lernerville. 25 laps, I believe. Brought to you by Fleeger Farms. Get a look at your grid. Looks like we'll have Jack hit in the 217 starting on the inside of row number 1. With Randy Shreves in the 56 to his outside. Brandon Templeton will begin the race on the inside of row number 2 in the 31 car. Bob the Good in the 7 to his outside. Terry Landis in the 161 will begin on the 3rd row with Jeff Barker in the 513 Marine Machine to his outside. And Steven Bixler will round out our field of 7 drivers. It will be Jack Hit. I think Templeton and Hit are battling it out. So that's the 2 cars on the inside. First 2 cars on the inside. 25 laps. Lights go off on the pace car. Looking to go green next time by. Used to seeing Randy Shreves on the outside of the front row in a sprint car. Been following him around a little bit in Coast to Coast Racing League in this race, actually. Got called in as a substitute tonight. Jack Hitt looking for the green flag coming off of 4. Green flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. We're underway. 25 laps. Shreves with a good jump on the start. We're going to go 3 wide. Templeton on the bottom. Jack Hitt in the middle. Randy Shreves getting the high side to work. Well, middle. Hitt will take back over the lead on the exit of turn 4. Randy Shreves in P2. Templeton P3. Terry Landis into 161 is going to get up in the battle. Jeff Barker in the 513. Bob DeGood in the 7. And Bixler still trying to get up to the rest of the pack. So Templeton took a peek down low on Jack Hitt in 1 and 2. Jack Hitt moves the 217 up a little higher. Templeton will fall back a little bit. Almost dead even at the line. Shreves watching these two go on board with Randy. As Templeton goes for the pass. Take a look, the 31 car to the point. Jack Hitt with a good run off of 2, trying to recover. Templeton's going to keep the 31 down low right on the edge of the grass. That is your series point leader at the moment, Bob DeGood off track. Jack Hitt will fall in line as he tries to get back up there. Jack Hitt moves off the center. Moves back down low, trying to get on that rear tail tank of the 31 car. Templeton, Hitt, Shreves, Landis, Barker, and Bixler. Bob DeGood again went on an off-track excursion. Looks like in turn 2. Brandon Templeton going about as low as you can go in turn 3 and 4. You saw the front end of the 31 pop up a little bit. 31's going to lose a little bit of momentum. Jack Hitt's going to go down low. This is going to be a battle. Templeton tries the high line, loses a lot of ground to Jack Hitt at the point. Jeff Barker slides it into 3 and 4. Across the grass he goes. Can't make the pass on Landis. .217 of Jack Hitt getting it done. Templeton changes back down to the low line on lap 13 of 25. Jack Hitt with about a half-second lead over the 31 car. Now that increases, no, about a half-second. Templeton's got some work to do in that 31 to track down Jack Hitt. 2 of the best drivers in a midget in Coast to Coast Racing League. 31 car hits whatever that is in turn 3 and 4. Really upsets the 31. Steven Bixler in the 75. Jeff Barker still in the fight. Up front, Jack Hitt holding a consistent lead over the 31 car. They're running pretty even laps. Templeton was just a tick faster last time by. Take a look at the board here. Templeton better again. So Brandon Templeton closing in on Jack Hitt ever so slightly. Can Terry Landis get up there and battle it out with Shreves? Landis actually a little bit quicker than Shreves last time by, as the caution comes out. Looks like the 513 Marine machine involved. Goes down low into that outside fence, and over he goes. Looks like the 7 giving a little assistance to the pace car. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, my go live button is not working. See if we can't catch up to the field. Jack Hitt still at the front of the field. There we go. Jack Hitt, Templeton, Shreves, Landis, Bixler, and Bob DeGood. Jeff Barker gets his quick repair back out on track in the 513. 20 of 25 down. Got to bring the 31 car back to the rear tail tank of that 217 of Jack Hitt. Your top two in the points battle will battle it out for a feature win here at Lernerville, although Templeton just disappeared. So maybe not. That'll move Shreves and Landis up. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Jack Hitt, lap 21 of 25 underway. Can Shreves get up there? Does he have anything for Jack Hitt? Terry Landis, now Barker back in the contention for a podium. Tries that bottom side one more time. Jack Hitt starting to open up a lead over Randy Shreves in the 56. Looks like Shreves. It looks like the battle is going to be for P2. Into the wall goes Landis on lap 23 of 25. Terry Landis rolls it down the front stretch and gets the 161 back going. Templeton disappeared for a little while. I know he's back in Iowa. I don't know what kind of storms we got back that way. It's like the 31 blinked out there for a little bit. Under caution once again. Lights are still on the pace car, so we have at least one more time around. Lights should go off on the pace car on lap 23 of 25. on board the 513 for the restart. He tries to get to the rear tail tank of Randy Shreves into 56. It is Jack Hitt at the front of the field. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Riding with Jeff Barker in the 513 Marine Machine. We will get the one to go this time by. Jack Hitt coming off of turn 4, takes the white flag. Barker's going to go up and try to put a pass down low on Shreves. Templeton trying to get there in the 31. Jack Hitt, 2 more corners to navigate in the 217, coming off of 4. It'll be Hitt, Shreves, Barker, your top 3. We'll get a word with your top 3. We'll get a word with your top 3 here momentarily as they get their podium pictures. Jack Hitt, Shreves, Barker, Templeton, Bixler, your top 5. There is Jeff Barker. Let's get a word with the 513. Jeff Barker moves up 3 positions in the Marine Machine. Jeff, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
Man, good run. I was just talking on the broadcast. This has to be the funnest car there is on iRacing to drive, man. And you can drive anything, but where does this rank?
Oh, this is up there. This is one of the most fun, especially if you get in tight spaces with it. Like
Yeah, man.
last week we ran Millbrook or whatever that track's called, Millbridge.
Yeah, that was insane. I was not a fan, but tell me a little
Hey,
bit.
we did better than the Extreme Outlaws. I watched them there last night and they sucked.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your real racing experience.
Oh, real world.
Yeah.
Started out in pure stocks and moved up to street stocks, and then took a hiatus for a few years to be young and stupid. And then did mod lights for about 10 years.
What motor did you run?
GSXR 1000s.
Okay. That's awesome. How long did you race in mod lights?
About 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Why'd you give it up?
I got busted up real bad in a crash and just couldn't take another hit.
Okay. All right, man. So tonight you're able to move up 3 positions and put it on a podium. How'd you get up there?
Just trying hard after those cautions. The cautions helped her. I wouldn't have had a chance. But
So-
I screwed up and caused one. Then Terry got the wall and caused one. And
Yeah,
I made
we
so
saw-
many mistakes before that. It wasn't funny. But after that, I did okay.
There was a bump in between in the middle of 3 and 4, and you hit it. Templeton hit it a few times. It kicked you to the outside wall there on the exit of turn 4. Did you notice that bump? Did you hit it more than once?
Oh yeah. It's you gotta back off so you don't wheelie off of it. Otherwise, you're screwed. That's how I got my fast lap time for the time trial. Is I wheelied all the way down the straightaway on the first lap.
Right on, man. So great run in the 513. Thank you for your service in the United States Marine Corps. Who do you want to thank on the 513 tonight?
Oh, we gotta thank you for filling in on zero notice. That was pretty awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Coast to Coast Racing League. A shout out to Bill Calder's family if they're watching. Hopefully, he's in a better place now, and they can relax a little bit. So, besides that, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. No sponsors. So,
All right, man. Have a great night, sir.
all right. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, man. Randy Shreves in the 56. Not only do we get to talk to him once, but I get to talk to him twice tonight. Randy, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Man, another podium finish in the midgets. How'd you get it done?
Yeah, definitely can't complain about second here, especially with Jack and Brandon and Terry. A bunch of good guys running these things, and I just tried to run my line, tried to be smooth, and not kill that wall or go over the edge or anything that happens here at Lernerville. But yeah, managed to stay out of all that and pull out P2.
Yeah, man, we go from Millbridge last week, which was absolute chaos, to a little bit longer here at Lernerville. Quite an adjustment, man, and it looks like you got the hang of it.
Yeah, definitely probably a good thing that I missed last week. It was my birthday last week, and my son took me to Top Golf, so missed last week, but definitely well worth it.
That thing was insane. Good run in the 56, another podium, second one on a Wednesday night. Who do you want to thank on the 56?
For sure, as always, coast to coast, you for the broadcast, Joe. My buddy Mike McCoy, my buddy Jeff Spann, his wife, my son Dylan Shreves for painting my car, my son Jaden Shreves, and everybody for watching.
Yeah, man, we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, man. Jack hit in the 217. Started on the pole, finished in victory lane. Jack, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Man, I was looking forward to that 217-31 battle to the end. It looks like Templeton just disappeared there for quite a while, man. You got it done in the 217. I don't know what that will do to the points. I know you and Brandon are battling it out for the points lead too, but you definitely helped yourself tonight. How was the 217?
Yeah, definitely not the way you want to win a race there. Obviously, Brandon would have been right there on my tail, but I'll take it though. Like you said, it should help me in the points. I'm gonna wait to do the math, and I'll let the computer do the drops and everything at some point. But yeah, felt pretty good. Probably my favorite track, favorite car. So glad I got the job done.
Yeah, man, I was just telling everybody that this is my favorite car on the sim to drive and also go see in person. We have the Hangtown 100 coming up here at Placerville in California, and Kyle Larson is coming back. Last time we were there, Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson both ran in a dirt midget, man. It does not get any better. I don't care. People argue sprint cars. You put a midget on a short track, and it is absolute. Oh, man, it's fantastic. And on the sim, it's absolutely my favorite. But not many do it better than you, my friend. You parked the 217 in victory lane tonight. Who do you want to thank on that ride?
Yeah, I definitely can't argue with you all on all the fun, and we're coming up on the most wonderful time of the year here, shootout and Chili Bowl. So, got to thank you for jumping in and putting on the broadcast. Our normal sponsor, Regal Rapid Designs, as well. Everybody behind the scenes still making the thing go around. Just a shout out to Bill. I didn't make it any podiums last week, but I think everybody's still thinking about him. So. I got to thank all the guys coming out here. Maybe we can get some higher car counts. Like I said, it's probably one of the most fun cars to drive. So see some guys out here hopefully in the next few weeks. And of course, got to thank my wife for giving me time to do it.
Yeah, man, I'll be back out battling with you next week unless somebody falls out, and then I'll be back behind the mic. But looking forward to getting out there and looking at the tail tank of that 217 for 25 laps like I usually do. But great run, man, and hope you have a great rest of your evening.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
You bet. See ya. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there is Wednesday night Hometown Heroes and the Regal Wraps and Designs Midgets. We're going to wrap it up. Jack hit putting that 217 on the podium. We'll see how the points round out. Greatly appreciate everyone for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, Friday night we'll be on Dirt Track Bank Friday Night Lights at, can't remember where we're at, right here at Lernerville, I believe. So next time we're on there, it'll be Got Your Six Racing Network. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And till next time, we'll see you.
grabs the checkered flag. He wins. Back victories for Sam Bachman as he takes the win at the Port Royal Speedway.
Wins another one at the Knoxville Raceway. Blake Chapman wins.
A corner down here through the front straightaway. Watson gets the win here tonight.
Chad Greggs, Knoxville Nationals champion. But to the checkered flag, Blake Christopherson, your winner at Lernerville. Here they come off in turn number 4. To the checkers, Templeton takes the win.
Through the back stretch into corners 3 and 4 out here. It's going to be Watson for the win.
The 56 wins. First time winner Randy Streets.
But your winner at Weed Sports is going to be Brandon Templeton in the Salty